All right, joined now by Nick Friar, talking Red Sox every Sunday during the baseball season. And Chris Sale was masterful today. I don't think anyone took that DL stint too seriously, so we thought he'd be relatively healthy. But of his 15 outs, 12 by way of the K, what'd you see out of Sale today?
You know, honestly, Yanni, I thought he came back too early. He looked terrible today. 68 pitches in 5 innings, 12 strikeouts. It's like, oh my God, 1 hit, that's it? But seriously, no, Chris Sale, what we're seeing out of this, Yanni, is more than anything, Alex Cora knows exactly when to bring his guys back and still doesn't want to rush him. We saw it with Bogarts when he hurt his hand. We're seeing it now with Chris Sale too. Comes back, he's lights out. Easily could have kept him in the game. He was cruising. I thought he was going to get through 8 innings, get to that 85, 90 pitch limit that he wanted to get him to or was allowing to get him to, but he said, you know what, I mean, it's the Orioles, so we should be fine. And they got away with it by the skin of their teeth today, but Cora was right in the end.
So do you think Sale, based on his last stint, and here we are in mid-August, won't have his typical tail off that he's had in his career?
100%, because of that extra rest that he got, and they didn't need to go with him that second start after the DL stint too, because they took care of business against the Yankees. So there's no reason to think that Sale's not going to win the Cy Young this year now.
All right, the bullpen has been the bugaboo, I guess, for the Red Sox this whole time. Something people are afraid of come October. What are your current issues with that group?
There are a lot of issues. We don't have enough time in this segment to go over all of them. But the bigger picture, again, Dave Dombrowski at the deadline had a chance to go get relievers. I know he was in on Kelvin Herrera, but at the same time, you have to have backup plans. And to walk away with nothing, and that is by far your biggest need. I know second base defense was an issue, but this was still your biggest need. You're relying on Tyler Thornburg, who had shown a glimpse of his old self. We saw what happened today, didn't look so hot. Matt Barnes has been inconsistent, gave up a run today. Craig Kimbrell, I trust no matter what, but if he blows another save, I'm going to start having questions too. And it takes a lot for me to not question him at this point. Who else am I missing? Heath Hembree has looked good at times, struggled the past couple games. You're relying on Ryan Brazier to be your best guy, and he has been your best guy the last few games. This bullpen can be very good. But the thing is, it can also be very bad. And Dombrowski should have known that going into the deadline and should have acquired another arm.
I think it'll cost them at least a game in the postseason. I don't think it'll undo them necessarily, but it could cost them.
It could undo them. It could easily.
All right, our latest update on MVP watch. Mookie or JD, where do you stand?
You know what? I'm not married to the stats, in terms of the sabermetrics in WAR. I know Mookie has the advantage there, and the fact that he plays the field and is a damn good fielder too, that has to be considered. I get that, but JD Martinez, in terms of the offense, is just unbelievable, Yanni. Every other day, it's like he's hitting a home run. He's had very few stretches where he hasn't had a hit in a game. If I had a vote, I would probably give it to him just because he's made this whole lineup better. And I know you can't take into account what happened last season, but Mookie Betts was not the same guy he is this year, in 2017. And JD Martinez is clearly the reason this lineup is a million times better. And, he's had an impact on other guys in their preparation too. And I feel like knowing that should be accounted for in the MVP voting.
Both of those guys are going to get big paydays soon. I mean, JD's already making great money, but he's going to get.
They need to find a way to get him back.
They're both Scott Boras guys.
Yeah, no, Mookie Betts is not a Scott Boras guy. Bogarts is though, and so is Bradley Jr.
And JBJ. Yeah. All right, 85 and 35 through 120 games, just over 700 winning percentage, on pace for 115 wins. Above or below that?
I'm going to say below that, but it's going to be like 112, something negligible. I mean, it's ridiculous. They're going to go and beat the club record, which I'm drawing a blank on what year. It was a long time ago.
1946, was it?
I think so.
That's the last time they won 100 games.
It was a long time ago either way. They're going to break that easily. As much as the bullpen is a concern, in the regular season, you can kind of hide that with the starting pitching and the offense, and they've done that so far. I mean, they've had 2 bad starts over the past week. Nathan Eovaldi was due for a bad one, and it was really bad. And then Rick Porcello had an off night too against the team that's owned him all year. He's done great against everybody else. So yeah, I have no reason to believe otherwise at this point.
All right, Nick Friar coming in talking Red Sox. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll have much more from the Sunday Night Sports Wrap right after this.